able to override the system if I could just get to the server room.
What's going on?
Nothing to worry about. Everything's fine. Get down behind the desk now, both of you.
This spot gets a little tense. Going back to the whole commission thing, not completely related, but when I was still in the culinary industry, I would do like catering jobs on the side. Sometimes people wanted to like barter and or not barter, but like pay less, like negotiate to pay less money. But at a certain point, it's like it's gonna cost me more to do this for you than it will like for you to pay me. So like I can only go so low, you know what I mean? Like the food costs a lot, I have to drive there, like I have to gas up the van and do all this other stuff. Like, man, it's people are cheap. Just trying to look around and see if there's ammo I can pick up before I move on to the next room.
That was the office Victor used at Fabricast Bronco.
Yeah, like if you're the one who's coming to me,
Victor's
how can you barter?
They've been keeping an eye on Fabiana from afar. Shame they've been more interested in supposed infidelities than thugs sizing her up for a snatch.
They're all dead. Get upstate.
And then, like, I guess it's different for different industries, but when you're in the culinary industry, like, the overhead is, you know, important because you can only, like, you don't want to spend too much money because you're not going to make it back. Especially if they want something expensive from you. You go to Dubai, yeah, you barter with them. You're in a fancy restaurant eating steak. Why are you bartering? It's a set price for, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Buys in the market. Yeah.
No such luck.
I feel you.
We gotta go.
Like, I worked at a banquet hall for a while. And, like, I won't name names, obviously, but, like, we did a lot of weddings and stuff. And my boss did this guy the honor of, like, doing the steaks he wanted a certain way, but like not charging him more money for them. Like he wanted, this guy wanted every steak black and blue, like nice and charred on the outside and pink on the inside, like a very specific way. And usually we'll just do them like medium well so that everybody gets whatever. And like he didn't charge extra for it, but like when you're doing it that way, like I have to spend more time doing it. Like, I can't just do it ahead of time. I guess to say, like, when I'm doing steaks normally for a wedding, I can grill most of them, like, the morning of, and then just throw them in the oven when it's ready. But when you do a black and blue, you have to do it, like, then. Like, at least that's the way that the boss wanted it done. So, like, he just made it a whole lot of work. I didn't get paid any extra for doing it. Like, I don't know, it's just stupid sometimes.
Right-wing paramilitary chumps protecting.
I'm not even in the industry anymore. I have a completely different job now, but you know. Like I still think about it sometimes. UK, you can literally haggle with any independent shop. It's only franchises where they stamped it out. Wow. I know there are places around, like, in the US where you can haggle, but like, I don't think it's very common. Oh yeah, New York City is a big one.
Hey.
Damn, I shot that guy right in the face.
Can we just spend a few more minutes? Make sure they're all gone?
Come on, don't worry. I got your back.
Poor
Like
kid
my
was
uncle,
scared shitless.
not gonna dox
But I
his
thought
job or
we'd seen
anything like
worse
that. He
than
works for a big logistics company. You can guess what those companies are. He did a lot of work for a guy who had a lot of money.
I didn't think I'd have a day like
And
this when I wake up in the mornings.
he was moving to a new
Say the
house.
same thing.
And I guess he just decided he
Fact
didn't
was,
want
he got
didn't want
used to
some of his
protecting
stuff.
the big bad
So
world.
like they basically
We hadn't
exchanged
anticipated
goods.
the siege
Where like he
situation
gave
yet.
my
Hadn't
uncle like
prepared
all
for
the
it.
stuff from his home movie
I couldn't
theater,
tell the kid
like
that.
all the chairs and stuff like that, as like part of doing the job. Which like
Something told me
that's
these
pretty cool.
guys
I would take
didn't have
that.
Security clearance.
Oh no, you had a I Love New York. Oh my god. Maybe it's because of where I'm from. I've never had one of those shirts. Maybe I don't think I've ever felt that way about New York. I like New York, but I'm not gonna wear one of those shirts. Come on, I see the guy. There we go, I got him.
We've got to get out of here.
I miss being able to just go to New York and do stuff.
Gonna be able to
That
fix
the
this or what?
pandemic, man.
A few minutes, eh?
Gotta haggle
Should
for
be able
cars
to
here,
use
though.
the system, get
It's
all
pretty much the only.
components back online.
Yeah, I mean, you can haggle for cars.
That's
That's.
You should be able to lock us
I guess
down,
that's
eh?
kind of common over here. I guess.
Whatever you're doing, do it quick.
My last car buying
Make
experience
sweep
was
the
really
building and get back
awkward
to Rodrigo.
because I got into a car accident and I totaled my car, so I basically needed to buy a car. Like I was, whatever the first car I can buy
Security system was back
is the
online.
car I'm gonna get.
Things might be a little
And the
tougher for our
first
friends
car
to figure out
dealership
in.
that I went to
Seemed
almost
like
like turned me
breaching
off
the perimeter
completely
would be
from
no
wanting to buy a
difficult
car
than strolling through
because
the front
I went
gates.
there
But,
and like we were
who
trying to
needs
negotiate
trade
my
wars
rate
when
and
the
my
light is
like
down and you're
like they
standing
did my
always a
my
day
credit and all that,
drunk.
and
Bronco's office overlooked
they
the
wanted
entry.
like
I could check in.
they wanted me to pay a
Make sure
certain
he
amount
hadn't checked
every
out.
month, and I was like, I'm not gonna pay that much a month. I don't want to pay. And like they were really weird about it. Like I kind of decided I didn't want the car, and so like they brought in like the big boy, like the big like sales manager, and he was trying to haggle me, and I'm like, no, I think I'm good. Like I'm gonna go to this other dealership, and like they were being really aggressive about it, so I was like, nah, I'm good.
Let's just concentrate on staying alive.
They'll buy it off someone for 5K and try to sell it for 15. Yeah, that's so true. I guess I lucked out because
He was tucked up safe. Now
a couple
I need
months
to make it
after
to the
I
lobby
bought
to complete
my car from a
sweep of the
different car
building
dealership,
for what that was
I found
worth.
out that the original car dealership I went to was like scamming people.
I'm a self-righteous
Music
pain in
instruments
the
is similar to
ass, but
cars.
I'm not above embezzling office
You know, I've never
supplies.
bought an instrument, but I can only imagine. I feel bad for my brother because he bought a nice drum set, and it was the girl, she died. Fuck.
Poor girl was dead. Shot through the
He
head
bought a
by
nice
some
drum
hero
set,
fighting the rich
and then
while
he and his
running
girlfriend got an apartment
secretary at
together,
time.
and he couldn't fit the drum set in his apartment, so it's like still in my house, and like it was expensive, so he had to make payments on it and all that, and like he's paying for this drum set that he can't even use because it's at my house. Oh damn, I wasn't quick enough there. My research mentor in undergrad was buying a car and realized that he could shop around at multiple dealerships to see who would give him the best deals. Turns out the dealerships hate that because because they want you to pay more money. Like, yeah, of course they would hate that, but damn, good for him though. Jeez, Try to shoot the driver first. There we go. Oh, jeez. Oh, damn, I missed. There we go. Got him. One salesman threw stuff out of his office door after he left the guy. Oh my god. Oh shit, this is gonna get intense real quick. I gotta move, I gotta run. Got him. My plan in life is to just not buy another car once mine dies. There you go. There you go. Be an apartment hermit. I have a friend who was a car salesman at one point, so he told me he'd help me get a good price when I go to buy. Fortunate, he knows more about cars than I do. Aww. Refuse to buy from anyone that talks to him over me. Wow. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, the fucking NASCAR lady? I don't know who you're talking about, but
the elevator would take me back up to Rodrigo's office
stuff.
where we could wait the rest of it out.
Just pick up whatever ammo I can. Oh, Danica Patrick! Yeah, she's interesting. I like her because I thought she was, like... She seemed like a decent person. Maybe not the best race car driver, but, like, knowledgeable. I can only imagine, like, dealing with mechanics even though you've been a NASCAR driver. Like, come on. The GoDaddy.com driver? Yeah.
I didn't know what the hell I was going to find up there, but I sensed it wasn't going to be a stripper bursting from a cake.
Senor Branco! Senor Branco! I can't get through to him. Ever since the security door is triggered, he hasn't made a sound.
Rodrigo, it's Max. Open up. Can you hear me?
Come on, Max, get your butt in there.
Senor Branco, open up! I'm gonna try to get in there from the roof. You find the security guard and get the hell out.
Can't drive, but I do want an old
I
Mini.
knew there was another way in upstairs.
You can't drive?
The little luxury runaround.
In a male-dominant industry, so I know people won't take serious, especially since you don't look like a stereotypical lady. What does a stereotypical lady scientist look like? Talk to the person buying the car, not the guy hanging out with the buyer. Yeah. You failed your test. Oh, wow.
Rodrigo. Rodrigo.
Like, when you mentioned that
of course
you were in engineering, I was surprised, but not insofar as I didn't think you would do anything like that. I just had like no conceptions about like what you did with your like life. You know what I mean? I never really, I guess what people do when I don't see them on Twitch.
I couldn't get playback on one of the cameras.
Probably that girl from Big Bang Theory. I don't know. Definitely not the one wearing the hoodie dress with bright pink eyeshadow. I mean, that's fair.
Through the goddamn wall.
That bright pink eyeshadow is a look, though. that is a look, Demote. That's not a bad thing. I'm just saying it weird.
Even if the man who employed me was dead, his wife was still out there. Maybe she could be saved. Maybe some
Everybody gotta fucking die in this game.
Picking the photo from the broken fragments, something caught my eye.
Jesus. Music industry is no different.
Only blind luck it meant the blast wasn't fatal. If I'd been out for any longer, the smoke would have gotten me.
I can't even guess what people do for a living, so I take no offense to the surprise of people finding out I'm an engineer. It's the people that then quiz me as if I know everything. Yeah, I hate that. Guessing is not the right approach. Girlfriend had people trying to tune her bass for her. Change amp settings. Like, thanks for gatekeeping my profession. You know, I'm just pausing because this is gonna get intense. I've always tried to like not do that because like in the professions I've worked in, like I worked in the culinary profession for a long time, and like I've had female coworkers who were like the best coworkers I ever had. Like the most skilled, like more skilled than anybody. And that, you know, I'm gonna switch over to just chatting so I can talk about it for a sec before I go back to the game. Like they were more skilled than like some of my bosses were, and like they were the best coworkers I ever had. Like one of my female chefs, she ended up like she was on like one of the Guy Fieri TV shows or something like that. She was on that, and like people try to like underestimate them because, oh, you're a girl, like you know, like you must be the prep cook. Like no, she's the boss. Like don't bother her. Like she's the bad bitch. Like you don't want to mess with that. And even in my current profession, which is like securities and stuff like that, so you know, some of my supervisors and managers are females, and like boy, I see some of them like the way that men talk to them. I'm just like, yo, like chill, like she could revoke your, you know, your security privileges, and you're over here like trying to second guess her because she's a woman. Like, come on, I hate seeing shit like that. It's so annoying. Let's see, I missed a little bit on chat because I was soapboxing. Like, thanks for gatekeeping my profession. Probing to see if you're a fake engineer girl. Oh yeah, cause that's the last thing we need, right? People said, oh, I don't know if you're actually even good at playing. You're really nice to look. Oh, that's gross. You're such a fake engineer girl. Ooh woo. Oh man. She's not even holding the engineering control pad properly. Oh man. You were a worse student than most of the ladies in your programs? Damn. Maybe you're just not a good student. I don't know.
Perfect. If I wasn't innovating, I was gonna get crushed to death.
Turns out that women can be highly motivated and interested in fields too. Yeah, how crazy is that? Who would have thought?
One was being held in some hole. The other was sitting at his desk with a bullet in his head. And
you know what?
Had its
Part of it
logo
too
on my paycheck was
is like,
on top of my head.
I grew up around my mother and my grandmother and my aunts, and like my mom is one of the strongest people I know, like mentally. She goes through a lot, and my grandmother is a bad bitch. Like there's a reason they call her fucking Donya. Like she's the fucking boss. Like I would never doubt my grandmother for a second. You know? And I feel like growing up around that, like it just gave me a whole different outlook than some people who just want to claim their superiority and like second guess everyone, like, you know, whether it's women or minorities or however, you know.
Don't die here. Move.
Oh, I died real quick. Son of a nurse mom who was the breadwinner. I got put in my place early on. Hell yeah. You know, a lot of my upbringing, like, really helped make me out to be the person that I am. Because, like, my parents really... we didn't have a lot of money when I was a kid. So, like that kind of gave me some grounding of, like, you know, you can't always have everything you ask for. And, like, as I got older, like, because of all the work that they were putting in, like, they actually started to have more money when I was older. So, like, it was weird seeing my brother, my younger brother and my sister, like, get the stuff they wanted where I couldn't have it when I was a kid because my parents didn't have money. But, like, the things we did as a kid and, like, the time spent, like, made me appreciate it. Like, I saw how hard my mom worked, saw how strong she was. You know, my grandmother did a lot of work to support the family. My grandmother never had a job. She always, like, looked after the kids. Not just, like, me and my siblings, but, like, my cousins and you know, stuff like that. But, like, she was strong as fuck. Like, I would never doubt her. But then, like, to get older and grow up in the real world and see the way that people treated women and treated other people, and see that it didn't match up with the way that I treated women, and, you know, it's just kind of shocking. Like, I don't know. I just feel like people could do well to treat others better. You know, like, work hard, appreciate what you have, like, you know. My mom had to be a stay-at-home mom because I was troublesome as a baby. It wouldn't behave for my dad. This babysitting cost what my mom could have. Oh, wow.
You don't want to burn, Max.
Yeah, that's...
The last bunch of guys who tried to kill me might have had an idea.
Some of the stay-at-home moms are like the baddest bitches, though, because they had to do, you know, they had to do all the raising, all the upbringing. I gotta go and pretend to sleep, but actually watch documentaries. Alright, well, good night, Mal. It's been great talking to you. I'm always glad when you're here. I hope you have a good sleep, and I will see you next time. Ooh, I got stuck.
So much for a lazy Sunday afternoon. My next trick would be a high wire act. With
So,
a firing
right
pit
about
for
now, we're
safety.
coming up
It was
on
nice that no one was
8:20
shooting at
my
me for a
time.
change,
I
but I'd
might
take
try
shot in the
to
head over a slow roast
go
on
to
a spit any day
almost
of the
9.
goddamn week.
Like 3.5 hours is the sweet spot. We'll see how far this takes us. If I can get to the end of this, chapter, we'll see how where we are in time. Because this is a good spot of the game. A lot of this is really intense.
Someone up ahead was hurt pretty bad. If he didn't die before I got to him, I might get some answers.
Now that the random heavy combos are over, I'm going back to lurking while working. Okay, enjoy your lurk.
Hey! Why? Why Rodrigo Bronco? Why? What? Why did you come to kill Rodrigo Bronco?
It's been a weird night. Yeah.
Because of what you did to us.
But you know what? I always appreciate having conversations like this.
What reason did this poor bastard have to lie? He would be dead from
Some of these
shock
dumb
or loss of
conversations,
blood in half an hour.
not dumb, but some of these weird conversations probably sprouted from my stream of consciousness, but like, I always appreciate having people in chat who will entertain these conversations.
Where is she?
Yeah, it is more chill now.
And it was up the hill for me, I guess, where the gang held sway. I had to try to figure out who was using these angry paramilitary clowns as some kind of front to kill Rodrigo.
Oh, excuse me.